Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Art, channeling messages from Spirit, Infinite Gratitude, and I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards today while I have some time and see what Spirit has to say to the collective. Spirit, any and all messages for the collective energy currently. So, off the top of the reading, we're going to address whatever warfare is present. Like somebody might be feeling attacked. Somebody is getting attacked. Could be violently, it could be like threats, harassment, abuse of some sort. Like somebody is under attack. This could be you, collective. This could be an energy that's just present in the reading. I don't know how this applies, but there is some sort of warfare. Someone is under attack. There's an energy of like harassment and abuse here. We're going to address it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get Spirit's insight, perspective, advice, guidance. Ooh, yo, this is a very powerful message, and it aligns with a dream that I had a few weeks ago. This was a very, very intense dream. Like, I remember every detail, and this was a dream that, like, I wrote down immediately because I felt the profoundness of the dream. You're not going to want to fear whoever it is that you're attacking you. Do not be afraid of them. If you're under attack, if somebody's bullying you, harassing you, abusing you, attacking you in any form or fashion, run in their direction and see what happens. Spirit is almost advising you to head towards the violence, head towards the attacker. Now, I'm not saying put yourself in a situation where you could get hurt or harmed. I'm not advising anyone to do that, and I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. But what I'm saying is don't be afraid of whoever's attacking you. But the thing is, it's not like you're putting yourself in a harmful situation, and it's not like I'm telling you to put yourself in a harmful situation. You're in a harmful situation already. Like, I'm not telling you to do anything that's not like already happening. Like, you're already being attacked. It's not like you need to go over into that like war zone. Like, you're in the war zone already. I'm talking to people who are already within their battle, already being attacked, already like harmed, people who've already been harmed. That's who I'm talking to. So if you're under attack, or you've been under attack, or you've dealt with warfare in any form or fashion, Spirit says don't fear these people attacking you. You shouldn't fear them. You shouldn't run away from them. I'm going to tell y'all about the dream that I had, so it all makes sense. Because I know that's like, well, if they're harming me and if I'm getting hurt, then why would I engage or interact with whoever it is attacking me? But Spirit doesn't want you to run away. Like, Spirit does not want you to run away. That's like the biggest takeaway. In the dream, I have this all written down, but I'm gonna give you guys a spill. I was in my old neighborhood, like that I grew up in, because I haven't lived here my whole life. So as a child, I lived in not a completely different environment, but I lived in a different space, and I was in my hometown. I was back home in my old house in my old neighborhood as a child, but I was an adult, and the house was empty. It was different. It was completely different scenery. It was just like the house in the neighborhood, the street, the house, and no people. I was watching TV, and it was really trippy. I was watching the show, and it got really weird. And next thing I know, I was in the show. So I was in the living room in my childhood home watching TV, Next thing you know, I was in the actual show, and it wasn't even a show no more. Like, it was real life. Like, I was like I was in the show, but it was real, and it was like trippy, and then it turned really freaking crazy, and there were like dead bodies. Okay, the show, it was like a romantic show, or a movie, and like I was in the show, but like everybody that I was watching, like, were dying, and everybody. This is I'm being very vague. There were like dead bodies everywhere, and they were in my childhood home, and I was shooketh. I was shooketh. It shook me. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. But next thing I know, the dead bodies turned into moving, walking corpses. They were still dead, but they were all being controlled. The corpses were being controlled, and they were all chasing me. It was one of those type of dreams where I was getting chased by these zombies, really deformed looking corpses. And I remember freaking out, running out the house, running up the street. I was freaking out, and I saw a little girl. When I ran up the street, there was a little girl standing on the sidewalk, and I could tell immediately that she was alive, she was human, she was innocent, and she was alone and scared just like me. And I didn't know this little girl from nobody. This little girl didn't look like me or anything, but I knew it's like it was some I Am Legend type of stuff. And I was like, we gotta like team up or whatever. Like, I gotta take this little girl with me. I can't just leave her here. Even though I'm shook as F and I don't know what to do and I don't know where to go and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna die too, I can't just leave her here. So I was getting chased by zombies, and I was just trying to make a choice whether I should just keep running because these niggas is behind me, or these zombies are behind me, and I was gonna die. So I'm like, should I keep running, or should I like grab this little girl's hand and try to like help her in some way? Like, I don't know how I'm gonna help her, but whatever. But the thing is, it's like I didn't even like think about it. I was just like, grab my hand, like whoever you are. Like, I just stuck my hand out, and I didn't even say anything, but like I motioned to her, like, grab my hand, come here. And then I grabbed her hand, and I remember like as soon as I grabbed her hand, and she ran right over to me. Like, no question, no doubt about it. It was like the situation was crazy. As soon as she grabbed my hand, I ran back into the neighborhood that I just ran out of with the little girl. Cause I'm like, I knew something about your instincts just kick in. Cause I was like, if I keep running with this, I'm trying to help this little girl. If I really want to help this girl, if I really want to help myself and this little girl, like, I gotta do something else other than run away. I'm gonna get caught. They're gonna catch up to me if I just keep running away from these zombies. They're going to catch me eventually. I know that intuitively, instinctively, that I will die if I run away. So I grabbed her hand, and then like I looked to the left. I looked at the street that I was about to run down for the rest of my life. Like, I was about to just keep running down this street. And I was like, oh yeah, we gonna die. But this is all happening kind of instantly. So I was like, yeah, I can't do what I was gonna do by myself. I couldn't do with the little girl with me. I was just gonna end up dead. I was panicking. I was panicking so much on my own. I wouldn't even have been able to save myself. So without the little girl's presence, I wouldn't have been able to like kick it into gear, and my instincts wouldn't have like activated the way that they did. But my instincts like were activated when I saw the child there, because there was no other sign of life. That's the thing. There was no other sign of life other than me. So I was like, if I die, then whatever. I'm gonna just try to outrun these people, these zombies, for as long as I can. But I mean, I can't guarantee that I'm gonna survive. When I see the other like life, it really activated something within me, and I was thinking on a dime. Like, there's no way I can run down the street and just do what I was doing. We got to go back into the neighborhood, because when I looked down the street, I said, death. Even though there's no zombies out there, I'm going to get chased, and this little girl's going to get chased with me, and we're both going to die. I looked behind me. I saw all these zombies coming at me. And I'm not even going to tell you, like, what these zombies look like. There was only 3 or 4 of them. I want to make that clear. This isn't like an army of zombies that were like chasing me like a video game or anything like that. There was like 3 or 4 specific corpses that were behind me. Like, and they were walking slowly and like laughing and stuff, because it's like, it didn't matter how fast I ran. It didn't matter what I did. Like, they just knew that they were going to get me. So it's like they were enjoying the chase. But the thing is, they were dead and they were corpses, but they were like evil or whatever, and they were just like playing a game with me, like, run if you can, you know? And I remember looking behind me like, oh, they think I'm about to keep running. Like, I was about to keep running, and they were expecting me to keep running, but I had this little girl with me. I said, you know what? I'm gonna run past them, because they're not even like actively chasing me. They're just playing with me. So I'm like, while they're playing, I'm gonna just run towards them and past them. You feel me? Like, I'm just they're playing around and they're following me, but they have no idea that I'm about to switch course, that I'm about to switch directions, and I'm about to do something completely different. I'm about to do something that is hard to do, because running towards your enemy is not necessarily easy to do, especially if they've harmed you, or especially if they are attacking you. But it was an instantaneous decision, and I did it. I grabbed the little girl and I did it without like thinking. Like, I was low key scared. I was shook, like, already. Like, the dream was like low key traumatizing, but like, I was shook. I grabbed the girl's hand and I was like, we got to go this way, because the house is right there. We can get in the house. The zombies done chased me out the house into the street. If we run past the zombies, the house is like a few yards away. We can run in the house, lock the door behind us, and we can be like safe in the house. Like, I had a way out. Like, I grabbed the little girl's hand, and then like all of a sudden, like, I saw a way out, but you had to go through it. You had to go through the warfare. You had to go through the war zone. You had to get, within inches of a zombie to get away from them. And of course, you don't ever want to get close to someone or an entity that is attacking you. You don't even want to like be like anywhere near that kind of entity. But in order to get to safety, it's like you had to face whatever it is that's attacking you. You had to run towards it instead of running away. You had to like run in the direction of it. But I felt fearless in that moment. I don't know, something took over me and I ran directly, like, right, like it was a group of zombies, and I ran right through them. Almost like on some excuse me, pardon me, like, get out, we gotta get into this house. Like, I wasn't even like afraid of like getting close. And the thing is, they were playing and they were having so much fun chasing after me and seeing me scared. They didn't expect me to change course that way, and they didn't know how to react, and they didn't know how to respond. So it's not like they grabbed me. It's like they could barely process that I had to walk past them. It was like it happened so fast. They weren't able to make a decision. They weren't able to act on the change. Like, it just happened so fast. And next thing I know, I was in the house and the little girl was with me and the door was locked and there was no zombies in the house, because the zombies were in the house in the TV. And then they chased me out of the house. So for me to turn around and go back in the house, there was nobody in there. And that's the end of the dream. I woke up. I wrote that shit down. So yeah, Spirit wants you to like run towards your warfare. Don't be afraid of your warfare. You gotta face somebody, face something, head on. And that's like how you survive. the Judgment card. There's a way out. You have to not be afraid, and you'll find your way out. Don't be scared. Because when you panic, you're not going to be able to see the way out. When I was panicking, I couldn't see a way out. I was just running for my life. Don't panic. Breathe. Do not panic. The key right here, if you're under attack, just breathe. Do not panic. Do not panic. And that's so hard to do. That's easier said than done. Do not panic. With the Judgment card, it's like, you know you're under attack. You know you're in danger. Still, don't panic. If it's that real, right? This stuff is real. This stuff gets really real. And I'm still asking you not to panic. I'm still asking you to breathe. I'm still asking you not to panic. With the Judgment card, it's like that little girl standing there was by chance. I mean, that life, that light appeared out of nowhere. So don't panic and allow the Most High to intervene. Okay? Don't panic. This is where you got to have faith. Or this is where you just have to allow God to be greater than you. Just allow God to intervene. Because I was panicking and there was no way I was going to calm down. That's the thing. Like, I was panicking and I didn't know if I just knew to run, but Spirit intervened. Just let Spirit intervene and show you your way out. Once Spirit intervened, it was like a no-brainer. I ran straight back into the neighborhood. I ran straight towards the warfare. I ran straight towards the walking corpses. Like, I ran literally in their direction, right through and past them, and I got my ass inside the house. And I also managed to save a little girl's life. So take it how it applies. I'm telling you right now, in the 5D and in the 3D, this applies. I can apply this to a 3D situation as well. But that dream also is a great way to articulate this message. Spirit will intervene. Spirit is capable of intervening and switching a situation on its head, turning a situation on its head, turning the tables completely. Spirit can switch roles completely, turn the tables completely, take the power out of someone else's hand and put it in yours on the drop of a dime. Won't he do it? And with that, I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.